It really feels like these past 5 years have just been an insane time to be alive. And I think that with social media and with the internet, we have access to seeing everything that's happening all around the world all the time. And I really do feel like it plays a role in just being too much for us as humans. We aren't supposed to be seeing all of this tragedy. We aren't supposed to be seeing all of this pain and all of this suffering. And I think for many people who can relate to me feeling super empathetic for everything that is going on in the world, that it's hard. It's a lot to bear, just seeing fellow human beings suffering, to see our planet suffering, to see animals suffering, to see suffering of any kind. And a lot of times I get in these anxious thought loops and just worrying about all these things that are happening, not necessarily for myself, but worrying about how people are going to get through this. And it feels really helpless and it feels really hopeless at times. It feels like, how can I help? Just how can me as one person help something so big as that? And of course I have those doubts in my mind, or I have those doubts in my mind. Like I don't think I can do much. I can't do anything. It's just me as one person up against a million different things happening. And then I also remember that one small act of love, one small act of kindness, it can really create a domino effect. And it might not directly help the whatever catastrophic event is happening now, but if we kind of zoom out and we look at the bigger picture of everything, I mean, everything is all connected. There is this illusion of space, but I'm energy. This space is energy, and it's all connected. And I believe, and I know people are going to doubt me. I know people are going to say that this is just wishful thinking. This is me just trying to cope. That's okay. Like, you can believe what you want. But I believe, and this is based on my own journey of meditation and connection to our earth and connection to myself. I believe that one small act of love creates a ripple effect through the entire universe, through the entire cosmos. And those acts of kindness, those acts of love are different for every scenario. It's different for every situation. But I think if we just lead with our hearts a little bit more, it will create a difference in the world that we can't even realize is possible right now. There's so many things that are out of our control, but one thing we do have control over is leading with love and leading with our hearts. And this is a plea from me to you. If you're also feeling a lot of pain, seeing the suffering of fellow beings on this planet and seeing the suffering of the planet itself, to be intentional with your actions. to be intentional with your words, to be intentional with your choices. And with being intentional with it, it means intending to lead from your heart, which in practical terms means listening. It means being compassionate. It means being kind. It means being accepting. It means trying to understand even if you don't. It means understanding that we are all doing our best. None of us know what we're doing here on earth. A lot of people have a lot of different theories, but we don't know what we're doing. We're all trying to figure this out as we go. A lot of us make mistakes, and we have to be able to recognize that everyone's doing their best. And inside every person is a soul who's also deserving of love, no matter what. And I think if we can start to do that, even if it's very small, I think it creates a domino effect. Because just think about it. Maybe you were having a bad day and someone did something that really helped you. It kind of brought your spirits up. It brought your mood up. And maybe not that day, but maybe a few days later, without you even thinking about it, because that person did something kind to you, you just kind of like felt this urge, or maybe you just felt a little bit better and had the energy to do something helpful for someone else. And then a few days later, that person had that urge to do something helpful for someone else. And then that person did something helpful for someone else. And that person did something kind for someone else. And that person loved someone else. And then that person, and do you see what I'm saying? It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And even if you don't know what the results of you doing that small act of love are going to be, I think just the intention of leading with love, it just puts like an energy out there that love exists, and that love is alive and love is well. And people will tap into that when they need it. And so I don't know how this is going to look for you. And it's probably going to be different each moment of each day. But just try to make it your intention to lead with more love. However that looks to you, in whichever way fits your routine, fits your lifestyle, fits your unique situation. And it might not be in our lifetime. It probably won't be in our lifetime, but there's something greater going on here at Earth that supersedes our lifetime. And so let's lead with love, and let's just see where it gets us. Let's not see where it gets us in a month. Let's not see where it gets us in a year. Maybe 20 years, 30 years. We might see a little bit of positive consequences from that. And even if we don't, let's still keep leading with love. Let's still keep leading with compassion and kindness and respect and acceptance. Because at the end of the day, none of us know what we're doing. No one does.